If you find your emotions hard to control and things not going your way, it could be a sign that you need to rest. Unfortunately, we have a tendency to do more when God is actually telling us to do less. To help you gain clarity around this topic, in today's video, I'm sharing 6 signs God is telling you you need to rest. Stay tuned. Welcome to Beloved Women with me, Christina Patterson, where we encourage, equip, and empower women in the love of Jesus Christ and the truth of God's Word. For free Bible study resources and to join our worldwide sisterhood, be sure to visit belovedwomen.org. Have you ever been on your phone or computer and the notification popped up that your device was about to die and lose power if you did not plug it into a power source? But you ignored the notification because you think to yourself, I'll plug it in a few minutes. But then you forget. And right in the middle of typing a sentence or double tapping a photo or sending an email, your screen goes black. Now you're all upset, but mostly with yourself because the signs were there. You knew the energy was low. You ignored the sign. I think that we do this in our actual lives too. I know I do. When we think of God telling us to do something, we usually think of an activity. Go here, do this, say that. In such a busy world, we have a hard time wrapping our minds around the idea that sometimes God simply wants us to be still and rest. But He does. He knows we cannot function on empty, and He sends signs and pop-up notifications in our lives to remind us when we need to recharge. So to help us understand when God may call us to do such a thing, here are 6 signs God may be telling you to rest. Number 1, things are not going as planned. You keep pushing yourself and trying with your own willpower, and it just seems like every door is closing and every opportunity is lost. Sometimes this means it's time to rest. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that we should allow obstacles to cause us to quit. There is a time to push through with a stubborn faith until you get exactly what you want. But I think a problem that we have is that we think resting is synonymous with quitting. And it's not. God does not want you to quit, but He may be closing doors and opportunities to give you space to rest. So don't always see a closed door or a perceived lost opportunity as a reason to quit, but a reason to rest. God's not yet may be creating the margin in your life to rest so you can have the strength and energy you need to sustain the blessing when He does open that door or give you that opportunity. I don't know about you, but that is a word for me. We can end the video right here and right now and be blessed with just that truth. But let's continue. Number 2, you're sick. A lot. Now, I don't believe God is in heaven cursing people with sickness. I think all sickness and evil comes from the fallen world that we live in. However, God has given us all limits. Isaiah tells us that even youths grow tired and weary and young men fall. As people, we can only go so far and do so much. When we constantly try to ignore and surpass those limits, we're more likely to get hurt or sick. Many times it's our body's way of forcing us to rest when we refuse to do so on our own. A car is only going to go so far before it's time to put in more gas. In the same way, your body will only go so far until it's time to rest and replenish. Number 3, sleep is not enough. I know this one may seem a bit confusing because if you're in need of rest, you would expect sleep to be the answer. What we need to understand is that rest is not limited to sleep. Rest may mean more time in prayer, a walk around the neighborhood, knitting, or talking with a friend. Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith outlines 7 different types of rest we need in her book, Sacred Rest, that include physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, sensory, social, and creative rest. Different types of tired require different types of rest. If you're only trying to sleep and it's not helping you to feel more rested, it doesn't mean you don't need rest. It may mean you need to try a different form of rest. You may need to think beyond sleep. What energizes you and gives you energy? Sitting in quiet, reading a good book, taking a long hot bath, working on a crossword puzzle, or talking with a friend. Number 4, change in attitude or having a difficult time controlling your emotions. Frequently finding yourself frustrated or discouraged may be a sign it's time to take a break. Uncharacteristic emotions or even outbursts can result from a lack of rest. When you're energetic, you have the mental strength to keep negative emotions in check. However, when you're tired and weary, not so much. We see this with the prophet Elijah in the Bible. He's frustrated and scared and tells God he wants to give up. He doesn't just want to quit, he wants to die. How does God respond? He gives Elijah food to eat and sleep, deep sleep. When Elijah wakes up and speaks to the Lord, he's encouraged to carry on. He wasn't irrational or ready to quit anymore. That rest was just what he needed. I've experienced this myself too. So many times I've had a bad attitude or was discouraged, then took a nap and woke up feeling like an entirely new woman. As we learned in our Matters of the Heart Bible study series, our emotions are indicators of what's going on deeper within. And many times those negative emotions are a sign from your body and God that you need to rest. Number 5, you're bombarded with negative thoughts. Just like with our emotions, our thoughts are harder to control when we're tired and weary, making it more difficult to think on those good things listed in Philippians 4:8. Instead, we find ourselves arguing with someone in our head or predicting the next bad thing that will happen. When this starts to happen frequently, it is a sign you may need time for a mental break. When this happens to me, I love to listen to Christian podcasts while taking a walk or run. The movement is a good distraction and the podcast helps me to focus on God things. Number 6, you're experiencing spiritual warfare. I say this because when you're tired, the enemy knows you are more susceptible to his attacks. And please believe me, he will kick you while you are down. And it's quite the vicious cycle because the more attacked you are, the more tired you become. But where our flesh is weak in this area, our spirit is willing. In times like this, it is important to fill up on God by getting close to him. You can do this through prayer, Bible study, listening to a sermon, fellowshipping with other believers, or any activity that you know will help you to experience more of God's presence. It's easy to lose a grip on life when we're tired and weary. Good thing for us, God is ready and willing to catch us when we stumble. I hope this video has helped you to gain some clarity around what may be making you tired and weary. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned because in my next video, I'll be sharing how to trust God when you're tired and weary. But until then, let me know. How do you know when God is telling you it's time to rest? Let's keep this conversation going in the comments. But before you go, I want to share with you a free video Bible study and prayer guide I created just for you. It's called Worry Free, and in it you will learn the 3 major lies feeding your worry and the truth that can set you free. If you no longer want worry to control your decisions, feelings, and actions, and you're ready to develop a stronger faith in God, visit belovedwomen.org to download this free video study just for you. And if today's video was an encouragement for you, would you please share it with a friend, because you just never know who might need some beloved encouragement today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be beautiful, be blessed, and be loved. Today's video is brought to you by thebelovedboutique.com, providing Christian stationery to help you intentionally make time for God, including our Life Bible Journal. The Life Bible Journal was specially designed to guide you through your personal Bible study to help you practically understand and apply God's Word to your everyday life. See how simple and rewarding Bible study can be by getting your Life Bible Journal today at thebelovedboutique.com.